bronze medal match. And here we go for the gold medal match, men's team recurve.
Big battle coming up right now, as the USA and Korea will fight it out for the gold medal here in Poland. There's the team from the United States, led out by Brady Ellison. Brady teaming up today with Jake Kaminsky and Joe Fanchen. There's a good look at Brady, followed by Jake Kaminsky and Joe Fanchen, the pride of USC.
And their world-renowned coach, Mr. Kisik Lee. Very nice man to talk to.
Joe Fanchen on the left, Brady Ellison in the middle, and Jake Kaminsky on the right. These three got by Ukraine earlier this week, slipped by India by 1, then scored a big win over Italy. And they'll need to be on top of their game, bring their A game today against the Korean team that scored an 11-point win over Chinese Taipei. Then they were 10 points better than Japan and won a shoot-off with Mexico. So just like the women's team that we saw this morning, this is an all-star lineup for Korea that they're putting on the field here today, led by Oh Jin-hyek, #1 in the world. Oh Jin-hyek on your left, Im Dong-hyun in the middle, and Lee Sung-yun, who will be shooting for a gold medal this afternoon against another Korean teammate, Jin Jae-won. And a lot of support.
Do or die match.
Yes, the do or die match. Win or go home. I imagine a few butterflies out there right now in everybody's stomach as we get set for this big match here in Wroclaw, Poland. The Koreans on target #1, Americans on target #2. Again, the world record, 233 points, recorded by the Korean team in London back in October of 2011. And so far this year, in the gold medal matches, Korea won in Shanghai, Korea won in Antalya, Mexico won in Medellin. So Korea gunning for its 3rd gold medal in World Cup competition this summer, and Mr. Lee gets them started in style.
It's a very good shot to open out with and to put yourself out there as experienced and knowing what you're doing. That's another good shot by Im Dong-hyun from a man who claims he can't see the target that he's looking at.
And batting cleanup right now, Oh Jin-hyek. All he's done this summer is win gold medals. Several of them. Won the first 2 stages in Shanghai and Antalya. Also picked up some team gold medals along the way. He fires a 9. Of course, the USA knew it had its work cut out for him. Jake Kaminsky with the first shot. That's an 8. And now Brady Ellison.
9.5. 10.
So Brady for the bullseye.
And we could hear Jake telling Brady where he was aiming too. So this is the team aspect of the team round, letting your team know what you've done to put your arrow into the middle.
Now the 26-year-old Joe Fanchen, and Joe's in the 9 ring. Joe going after his first World Cup medal this season. So Korea with an early 2-point lead. And another 9 for Lee Sung-hung. 19 years old and ranked 32nd in the world coming into this competition this week here in Poland.
There's that letting down that I was talking about before. I haven't seen Im Dong-hyun let down arrows very much before.
Whoa. And you haven't seen him shoot a 6 very often before either.
I have not. Unfortunately, I saw Brady shoot a 6 against Im Dong-hyun in the individual semifinals. Quarterfinals, I think, sorry. I've never seen Im Dong-hyun shoot a 6.
Woo Jin-yek picks him up. So 54 points for Korea.
And a 3-point buffer for the United States of America.
Should they be able to shoot 10s across the board, and they will not.
Where did you aim?
So that 6 negates the 6.
And all Korea can do now is have a 1-point lead if U.S. shoots 2 10s here. They don't.
Right now, they're not close.
I wonder what's going on that field of play.
And Brady Ellison's wondering the same thing. Joe Fanchin, big, strong guy out of California. And they'll put a star by that.
Yeah,
Tough to tell
low
from our angle.
Yeah, especially when the camera is mounted on the ground.
So Korea not overwhelming with 54 points, but the United States unable to take advantage of the opportunities presented in that first end. Could not cash in, especially after that 6 by Im Dong-hyun. And the Americans unofficially with 49 points.
Possibly 50 points.
Possibly 50. So it's either a 5-point or a 4-point lead for Korea, depending upon how they end up judging that 8, scoring that 8. And again, that's where you need that agent down there working on your behalf, right?
I know that the U.S. has a very good agent down there, one of their team managers, Cindy, and she fights to the bone.
Oh, yes, she does.
For her archers.
I was talking to Cindy about that last night on the bus coming back to the hotel, how important it is to have that agent down there. And she enjoys that. You've got to have somebody who likes that situation and is willing to go down there, plead your case, and look out on your behalf.
Keep the ball on straight.
So a great shot, giving you some perspective of this scene here in Wroclaw, Poland, as Jake Kaminsky almost gets that 9 ring. It just looks like it's outside.
It's all left right now.
They'll put a star by it.
It looked further out than that.
Yeah, I thought so too.
So it was a 49 in the first end for U.S., according to the math here.
I-9.
Brady Ellison with a 9. Of course, Brady, a member of the USA team that upset Korea in the semifinals in London at the Olympics last year.
Go, Joe.
Oh.
And a tough break for the United
States.
States.
Is a lot more difficult to read than everybody else is anticipating.
Yeah.
And I think the thought most people had coming in here to Wrocław was this was going to be the spot where the wind was not going to be as much of a factor. I mean, after the beach, Konialty Beach in Antalya, being by the Wingpu River in Shanghai, and then, of course, being in the wind tunnel in Medellin. But it has been tricky here.
Maybe World Archery is just putting the archers through tests to see who really is resilient in the wind. Either way, you can't say that this place is going to definitely not have wind. It's something every archer has to be able to deal with.
Oh Jin-yek able to deal with it. And his teammates were as well. As the result, they now have a 10-point lead, 82-72, midway through this second end. Good shot by Jake Kaminsky, who hails from Buffalo, New York. He's also on that silver medal team.
Yeah. So Brady Ellison has a silver medal, and Jake Kaminsky has a silver medal.
From the Olympics last year.
Yeah. Joe Fanchin has...
Joe's had some success.
Brady just shot a 6 up at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, high 6.
That indicates how much Team USA is struggling right now.
And that's exactly where he shot the 6 against Im Dong-hyun in the quarterfinals for the individual matches.
And Joe Fanchin shooting well with a 9. Just a year ago, Joe was winning the gold medal at stage 1 in Shanghai. Also won an individual and a team gold medal in China the year before that in 2011. And so far, Joe Fanchin's been shooting well, but Lee Sung-yun, what a shot. Could be a sign of things to come this afternoon in the gold medal match.
Definitely a strong shooter, and again, guy you're seeing right now, Im Dong-hyun, he has a gold medal from the team rounds in 2004 Olympics, and the guy who's on the line right now has got a gold medal from the most previous Olympics. So Korea's got a pretty stacked team as well.
Yeah, each of these archers decorated and successful. They all have a great resume. What a shot.
Wow.
Boy, you just have to marvel at that, don't you?
That's a really good end for this team right now. Given the conditions, sort of not letting USA have any inkling of any hope, almost. Again, not over till it's over. We're only halfway through, but unofficially right now, it looks like a 16-point lead for Team Korea.
111 to 96. Let me do the math right here. No, you're the math teacher. You do the math.
Well, that's unofficially.
Unofficially.
It's 15 points, but I think our online screen is showing 16 points. I'm just trying to figure out which one I want to go off of here. On the screen, it does say 111 to 96, so that is a 15-point lead for Team Korea.
All right, I'm going with you, Prof. Oh.
So right now we're just looking at the flags behind the archers, and it looks like it is a pretty windy venue out there.
Beautiful day, but the wind picking up. We saw this yesterday. It was windy in the morning and seemed to die down a little bit more in the afternoon. We'll have to see if that holds true this afternoon here on this beautiful Sunday in Wroclaw, Poland. But the winds did kick up in the morning. We saw a lot of the mist coming across the field of play as the wind would catch the water being shot into the air by those fountains. That hasn't been as much of the case here today, but there has been quite a bit of breeze. And the United States has tried to solve that, find their way through that
Jake's
wind.
out to the left again. So it was 112 to 96 instead of 111 to 96.
So actually it was that 16-point lead you were talking about. 16, 15, it's a big lead.
Still,
It's a lot to overcome.
It is a lot to overcome, but not impossible. Just very difficult.
USA starting out with an 8 and a 9 then by Brady Ellison. What will Joe Fanchin deliver? Joe's been right around there. He's been in the yellow rings. A picture of consistency and excellence. Lee Sung-yun shooting at a very high level. Now Im Dong-hyun just a little bit low.
It's fun to note that Korea has all but one arrow in the gold. Unfortunately, that arrow was a 6, but still in the lead.
And Mr. O, who will shoot for a bronze medal this afternoon, back inside the 10 ring. So 10, 9, 10, and the lead grows to 19 points, 141 to 122. Korea cruising right now towards a gold medal unless something unforeseen happens. Jake Kaminsky with perhaps his best shot of the match.
Pair of best shots. 2 nines.
But Brady Ellison still trying to find that groove, get into it. Brady, by the way, will join us this afternoon for the mixed team and individual matches here at stage 4.
And the man on the line right now has only dropped 1 point this whole match.
And he's not dropping any more.
Still just 1 point. Showing why he's in the gold medal match for the individual.
You know, it's really just incredible how Korea is able to continue to turn out one great archer after another. I mean, he's teamed up with Oh Jin-yek, Im Dong-hyun, and now, you know, you see Lee Sung-yoon coming along. It's incredible.
They definitely have a very deep field of archers to choose from in terms of quality shooting.
The emphasis is on it in their nation. They put a lot of pride into it. They put a lot of effort, a lot of money, a lot of training, and it pays off. There's 4 straight 10s for the Korean team to finish off the 3rd end.
Unofficial 24-point lead now.
So right now, the Koreans hardly breaking a sweat in this men's gold medal match. Highly anticipated, but Korea has taken the suspense right out of it with 171 points. A 24-point lead, if I've done my math correctly.
Yes, you have.
I can put my shoes back on now.
I didn't know you had 6 toes on each foot.
I just keep counting. Just keep counting. The arrows retrieved. And 6 more arrows to be shot. And you never say never, but it would take a miracle at this point for the United States to rally back and get into this. It would take a missed shot altogether, I think.
From Korea? I think
From Korea.
2 missed shots.
2 missed shots, yeah. There's the best shot of the day for Jake Kaminsky.
That's a good shot.
And make Mom a little bit happier back in Buffalo, New York. Brady has been struggling, not just today, but it's been a little bit more of a challenging summer for him. Had a broken hand that we only learned about recently that he's had to overcome, recover from.
That shot in Las Vegas when he had that broken hand. No, not Las Vegas, sorry. Arizona Cup. And he had a cast on, and he had to drop his bow weight, and I think he was still training as hard as normal, just with a lower bow weight, just to be able to stay in the running for the World Cups and everything this year. Ooh. That's a very far shot outside of the gold for Lee.
That's uncharacteristic.
It's only a 2nd arrow outside the 10 ring, so we'll let it slide.
And this shot could win it. And it will win it.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Still,
You're right.
Still have a
3
bunch more arrows to go. We won't tell the U.S. you said that.
I was looking at the total, forgetting that we do have 3 more arrows to shoot.
And Korea is definitely opening up. I wonder if they've become a little complacent with their lead. It's a 23-point lead right now for Korea. The 6 from Jake Kaminsky.
Following the 10 on his previous shot. Some days are like that.
Very good shot from Brady. That's the most 8s I've ever seen Brady shoot ever. So something's going on that field that they're just not seeing and feeling. But
We'll
Joe
get a chance to talk with him about that this afternoon when he joins us for the individual and mixed team matches, which will be coming up right about 1500 hours.
So U.S. has just tied with Korea. Korea has 3 arrows to go. They need a hit to win the gold medal.
So this will win it.
Yes.
Yes. In all likelihood. In all probability.
And they've won it.
And that's it.
Still very good shooting from Team Korea. They're still probably going to be up in the 220-point region. Points.
Im Dong-hyun with a bullseye. And now Oh Jin-yek to try to sew up the 3rd men's team gold medal out of 4 events this summer on the World Archery World Cup circuit.
The wind is picking up a little bit. He was just waiting for the wind to die down a bit. Doesn't look like it's dying down. Still a 10.
Matters not.
225 points. And a very solid win for Team Korea.
Lee Sung-yeon, Im Dong-hyun, Oh Jin-yek. Tremendous shooting here today on the grounds of Centennial Hall in Wroclaw, Poland. And a pat of consolation on the back for Joe Fanchin. Joe shot well today. And at times, so did Jake Kaminsky and Brady Ellison, but a tough day for the United States as they fell behind by 5 in the first end. And Korea pulled away, really pulled away in that second end.